Welcome back my DIY nomads, how are you all doing today? We've got a pretty exciting little van tour lined up for you. This is Brian, and Brian is a 1970s T2 motorhome. He's a very, very rare beast indeed actually. There's not many of these in the country, and this one was an import from South Africa, and what a stunner. Right, let's have a little look around. I think the first thing that strikes you when you first get into one of these is the deceptive height. They're a proper little TARDIS. When you're outside, the roof doesn't seem that high from the ground, definitely compared to my Peugeot Boxer. But I'm 6'2", and if I stand here, I'm not actually at the highest point in here, but I can just about squeeze my fingers above my head, and I'm wearing work boots as well. So that's really impressive. Plus also, because of the width, it's really bizarre in here. It feels very, very spacious, even though it's probably only about 10 to 20 centimetres wider than my van on the inside. It really does make a massive impact on the feel of the space. This area between the toilet and the kitchen is very wide and big, so it's a nice feeling in here. So let's start with the seating area in the back. It's a really nice U-bench, really big and wide, really large sort of dining table with a little built-in chessboard, which is quite cool. I love all of the little details put in, keeping with the three stripes, the same on the outside. It's quite bizarre because obviously with these vehicles, the engine's at the back and underneath here, so as you go into the seating area, you sort of like sit raised up, which is why these are so high off the ground than normal. And then as you follow it around from the seating area, you've got a few different things down the bottom, sort of speakers, 240 volt plugs, USB ports, heater vents, and all controlled by this little control panel here. But I've actually ended up doing a bit of work on this van, so we had to fix the solar setup. So we've now got a Bluetooth Victron with a 175 semi-flexible Renogy panel on the roof, so you can keep an eye on the battery very accurately. Directly above we have this little utility cupboard, just has a few little things. And that really takes us round into sort of like the main area of the van, the central part. This structure has all been redone quite recently and it all looks really nice and new and fresh. And really the main body is made up of a nicely veneered poplar. Down below we've got this little Dometic 12 volt compressor fridge. And then directly above that we have a very large wardrobe. Ba-bam! Look at that! So much space. Next door we have literally a toilet room. So, I mean, it hasn't got a shower in there, which seems like a shame because it's such a good big space, but there is scope for it to expand into that. But right now it's holding their toilet and their portable water container, a few little bits of storage stuff on the wall. And then from there, that brings us round to the kitchen. One of the most important parts of a camper van. And yeah, so like on the back here, they have this little splashback with a bunch of awesome stickers from places they've been. This is their certificate to prove the authenticity of the van. I've covered up the central part because it's not my information to share. But yeah, we've got this little kitchen area where this bit comes up off, and that's a sink underneath. The top part seems like it's got a mount on the bottom to be used as an extendable work surface. And then we've got a little Dometic dual hob burner here with even an oven below it, which is really cool. Just some good old basic storage. And then some other random storage, some wine storage, some extra stuff in the side. Up above the kitchen there's some more kitchen storage, and I think that's a news article about the very van. But it's all in German, so I can't read it. But yeah, really cool setup. Finally leading on to, well, the step to get up there, but the bed. Bed's above the driver's compartment, and it's a widthways bed. The owner is 6'3". He said he can lie out straight, which is incredible. And it's like a really nice, cozy, cool space. The ceiling isn't really close to you, which is still very surprising. But I guess the seating position is quite low. And then very near to that, we've got a big hecky hatch. I'm a big fan of these hecky hatches. Look at that, it just pours light in, which is so nice. Aha, I found the sneaky leg for the extra bit of worktop surface. One of my favourite spots in this van. Look at how beautiful it is up here. I love all this like tan leather, I love the sort of ratany mats. I love how classic it looks. We've got the wood trim on the dash. It's so good. A couple of drinks holders. Always got to appreciate those classic handbrakes. The sort of pull out and twist and push in. But it's just a lovely, warm and amazingly beautiful space. In the back here, we've got the old double carb engine. The owner says apparently the engine seems really solid. He hasn't had many issues with it. But yeah, I had a load of issues on mine. But it's all part of the fun, I think, really. Gives you a good understanding about engines as well. Down the side we have all the sort of necessary vents, compartments and access points. Toilet. That's an outdoor shower with hot and cold water. That's the old hookup. Whale water fill-up point. That's the Truma vent. I'm not actually 100% sure what's behind this one, but you can see there sort of like that width is definitely showing true there, and that's where all that hidden space comes from, and it feels really good on the inside. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed the van tour around this piece of van history, and yeah, hopefully many happy miles ahead with the owner, and I'm hoping this won't be the last time I see Brian. I'll catch all you DIY nomads next time.